The Genero Ghost Client, or GGC, is a specialized tool you can use to create automatic tests for your Genero applications. In this video, you'll learn how to use the GGC to generate a test from a previously recorded log file. This example will use a GBC log file recorded while performing some actions on the price application provided for GGC demos. You use the GGC gen command to generate a test scenario. Note that you have an option to generate a scenario in BDL or Java. To get started, open a Genero Workplace window and navigate to the directory containing the recorded log file. Enter the GGC gen command and specify the language and log file name. In this case, the language will be BDL. The GGC gen command creates a BDL source file. It's a typical source file with a main and in-main block. You can see different calls to the GGC API. For example, GGC set application name. The play function executes the code for the actual test scenario. What you see here are the commands for the sorts and edits performed on the price application while the log file was being generated. The next step is to compile the test source file with FGL-comp. Once it compiles, you're ready to run the test scenario using the FGL run command with some GGC options. The --URL option specifies the URL of the application. The GGC takes the place of the browser to replay the test scenario. That's how the Ghost Client gets its name. The test starts to run, and as you can see, it seems to slow down or even stop sometimes. That's because when you're recording the log file, the time it takes you to navigate between actions is also recorded, and later replayed using calls to the GGC wait function. The wait time is specified in milliseconds, but if you look at these calls in the source code, you can see that some have large numbers that cause lengthy delays. They represent the exact time it took to complete each task. As a result, you may have to wait a while for the test to complete. Once the test finishes, you can see the statistics output at the end. It's a successful test. If you'd like the test to run faster, you can make a simple change when you generate the BDL source file. The GGC gen command has a switch that removes the wait delays. Let's recreate the test from the same log file, this time using the --no wait option. As you can see, this time there are no calls to GGC wait, so there will be no delays between the different actions. The test should run a lot faster. We'll compile and then run the test again. This time, the test only took a few seconds to run. In some cases, you might like to get visual feedback during the test. If so, there's one more example you need to see. The GGC has an option that allows you to see the actions performed during the test execution. You can use the Genero Desktop Client, or GDC, to show the interaction. First, we'll recreate the test again, this time with the wait delays. Without delays, the time is too short to see the GDC window flash up and the actions performed. Here you can see the waits are all back in again. Next, compile and run. This time we'll run the test with the GGC option to forward the output to the GDC. Here's the forward option to use. We need to add the option for running it on the local host, where the GDC is running on port 0. As you can see, it's like watching somebody interact with the application. You see all the actions recorded in the log, the sorting and the edits. When the GDC application window closes, the test is finished. Remember that you can run the test as often as you like. For example, if you modify the application, you might run the test again to see if it continues to function as expected. To learn more about testing applications with the Genero Ghost Client, see the Genero Ghost Client User Guide.